You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
All right, guys, what would you actually do if you can actually get your hands on a Super Bowl winning championship ring? Now, most of us will never, ever be able to actually own a Super Bowl championship ring. However, for one guy, he was actually able to obtain a Super Bowl ring, and not just any Super Bowl ring. I'm talking about Super Bowl 51, Patriots Super Bowl ring, when the Patriots overcame a 28-3 deficit and won the game. Well, this guy purchased the Super Bowl ring, and it was actually via a bad check. And we're actually going to dive into that over here on TMZ Sports, because they have the article over here. He obtained this through illegal means, and then it kind of goes off the rails from there, folks. Check this out. Now, this actually happened like over a year ago, about a year ago, I should say. I don't exactly remember this story, to tell you the truth. But anyway, Tom Brady ring scandal, man sentenced to 3 years in prison over a wild scheme. Now, he actually obtained the Super Bowl ring from a Patriots player, and it doesn't actually name the player. I believe he actually wasn't on the team anymore when the team actually won the Super Bowl. But however, if you're actually on the team, you do get a Super Bowl ring. But let's read this, guys. A man accused of impersonating a Patriots player in a wild ruse to fraudulently obtain and sell Tom Brady Super Bowl rings has just been sentenced to 3 years in prison, authorities announced. According to federal prosecutors, 25-year-old Scott Spina was sentenced on Monday morning over 8 months after he pleaded guilty to 5 charges. As we previously reported, Spina was accused of obtaining a Super Bowl 51 ring that had been awarded to a New England player for his role on the 2016 championship team by giving the football player a bad check. So the guy sells his Super Bowl ring and it's via a bad check. So he didn't get any money out of this. Unbelievable. And like I said, this isn't any Super Bowl. This is the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. One of the greatest comebacks in sports history. Officials claim once Spina got the ring, he turned around and sold it to a broker for $63,000. So I'm wondering how much he actually agreed to actually pay the player, even though the player didn't get any money, but he sold it to a broker for $63,000. Then prosecutors say he began an elaborate scheme to fraudulently make even more money off the situation. Officials said when Spina got the title bling, he also received information that allowed the former player to buy more Super Bowl rings, a bit smaller ones, for family and friends. Quote, Spina then called the ring company, fraudulently identified himself as the former player, and started ordering 3 family and friends Super Bowl 51 rings with the name Brady engraved on each one, which he falsely represented were gifts for the quarterback, for the baby of the quarterback, Tom Brady. Now, at that time, I don't believe Tom Brady actually has any babies. All of his kids are a bit older, like 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that. But anyway, the rings were at no time authorized by Tom Brady. Defendant Spina intended to obtain the 3 rings by fraud and to sell them at a substantial profit. Authorities say Spina did ultimately sell the Brady rings, and one of them ended up going for a staggering $337,000. Wow. Prosecutors say Spina eventually fessed up to the crimes and struck a plea deal to close out the case. In addition to the prison time, officials say Spina was also ordered to pay $63,000 in restitution to the former Pats player who he initially received the ring from. And I'm willing to bet, guys, that whoever that Pats player is, he is never going to see a dime. Never. But man, this man used the name of Tom Brady to sell one of these rings for $337,000. That is just unreal. And the original ring, which was a real ring, even though he obtained it by illegal means, he sold it for $63,000. So he used the name of Tom Brady, who was actually the MVP of that Super Bowl, and he sold one of the rings for almost, I don't know how much, 3-4 times the amount. I mean, my goodness, if I'm Tom Brady, guys, I'm thinking about actually trying to sue this guy because he actually tried to use the name of Tom Brady in addition to whoever this New England Patriots player was. 3 years. Do you guys think he kind of got off light here? And will he actually end up doing the full 3 years? I'm not really sure, man. But man, this was a definitely not necessarily a Ponzi scheme because that's a little bit different, but it's somewhat related to a Ponzi scheme. The man stole the ring essentially because he didn't pay for it, and end up selling it, made a whole bunch of money. And I'm wondering if the rings that he actually sold, I wonder what he did with the money. I'm wondering what's going to happen to these rings that were actually given with the name Brady on them because they were not Tom Brady rings. They were real Super Bowl rings, but they weren't Tom Brady rings. So I don't know what's going to happen with the rings these people actually bought. I doubt that they're actually going to get any money back on this, but because something is telling me, guys, that this guy Spina probably did not keep the profits. He's probably trying to invest in other illegal means. But man, this sucks. This sucks for the people that actually spent their money. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.